How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Spider, and in this video we're going to be breaking down JJDL week number 8 going up against Lmaonade and the San Antonion Espurrs. I'm just going to call them Lemonade from here on out because it's easier to say. This is a huge battle for us because basically if we win, we have a good chance of being in playoffs. If we lose, we have no chance. This is the last battle of the regular season. It's really huge, and we need to win this, obviously. I didn't put as much thought into the team, I think, as I probably should have. I was kind of preoccupied with a few things. But that's no excuse, we're either going to win or we lose. So I feel like that's going to be dependent definitely on how we play this game. The San Antonion Espurrs consists of Tornadus Therian, Chiyu, Landers Therian, Metagross, Walking Wake, Decidueye, Galarian Wheezing, Ninetales, Hisuian Avalugg, and Spidops, which is my mascot actually. The Terra captains are going to be Walking Wake and Avalugg, obviously free Terra. Walking Wake's going to be pretty much a big threat, obviously, because he does have the Sun with the Ninetales. I think Ninetales is a pretty cool alternate Sun option to Torkoal if you like that speed tier that it hits. I know it doesn't get spin, it doesn't get rocks, and it's not as bulky, but it can click things like Memento. I think it gets dual screens as well. It's a little bit more powerful. It can set up with Nasty Plot. It definitely has its viability. It also boosts the fire type attacks from Chiyu. So you really don't want to see Chiyu under the sun because that's really difficult to deal with. His hazard removing options are going to be Decidueye, Galarian Wheezing, and Hisuian Avalugg, which has a little bit more viability because of its ability to terrestrialize. Honestly, Avalugg with the right typing could definitely come to this matchup and kind of wreak some havoc. So to be honest, I'm hoping he doesn't bring that and just sees that Walking Wake is a huge threat and brings that. As big of a threat as Chiyu and Walking Wake are, I feel like I have some options that kind of dissuade them from coming to this game, to be honest. Hydreigon has a great type matchup against Chiyu. Sylveon and Tentacruel both are very strong, but very bulky on the special side. So I feel like there's a chance that one of them doesn't come, or maybe even both of them. I don't really know. My opponent might switch up his strategy for this one because he needs this win just as much as I do. But with all that being said, let's get right into the team that I'm bringing this week. It's also kind of funny because me and Lemonade have the same exact record in differential. We're both 3-4, -2 differential. First up, we're bringing Assault Vest Mamoswine with the Terra Water. First of all, I think Terra Water makes a lot of sense because I am running Oblivious instead of Thick Fat, so I can avoid the Intimidates from Landorus. I don't want to have to deal with the mind games with that. Thick Fat would obviously be nice for Chiyu and Ninetales, but if I'm Terra Water, I'm resisting that anyway. So I feel like I guess that's good enough. I'm also Assault Vest. Terra Water also allows me to take water type attacks and fire type attacks from a Walking Wake. Of course, that Wake could be any Terra type, so it could use a Terra Blast. It's good against me. The EVs are 104 HP, max attack, 4 special defense, and 148 speed. We're an Adamant Nature as well. Basically, at +1, we can outspeed a max speed Walking Wake, so that if we get 2 Trailblazes up, even the speed Photosynthesis, Walking Wake will not be able to outspeed us, which is great, obviously. Heavy Slam's just really there for Galarian Wheezing. It does significantly more than Icicle Crash, if I'm being honest. Like it always 2-hit KOs him, so if we can call that switch in, that would be great. I did consider Substitute, I did consider Lumberry. There are a few things that I thought made sense here, but I just, figured I'd stick with the Assault Vest because it's really good for Tornadus, taking a hit from that. It's, like I said, really good for Chiyu and Walking Wake. If Decidueye wants to run special, it's good for that. It's good for Ninetales. But yeah, I recognized immediately that Mamoswine has a great offensive matchup. Barring the Terra types on Walking Wake and Avalugg, it hits 8 Pokemon on his team super effectively. Potentially 9 with, if Walking Wake's like Terra, I don't know, Dragon or something. Next up, we have the Sneasler. We are Air Balloon with just max HP, max attack, 4 EVs in defense and special defense, Adamant Nature. I just feel like Air Balloon makes sense because he has a Landorus Therian, and that Pokemon gets intimidated. It is most likely going to be a switch-in for this Pokemon. He could also use Wheezing as a switch-in, or even Metagross, to be honest. But if we get a Swords Dance up and certain things are chipped, we're in a great spot with this Pokemon. I felt like Toxic is nice in case Landorus is that switch-in. Now, if he sees the Air Balloon, it's possible that it's not going to be the switch-in, but I can hit Galarian Wheezing with Gunk Shot anyway. I can hit Metagross with Close Combat. I can't really hit that Landorus very hard if it is physically defensive. And as far as like why no speed investment, we just don't need any if we get our Air Balloon popped because double speed, there's really nothing here that boosted speed past Choice Scarfed. I don't even think Metagross outspeeds that if it goes for agility. Air Balloon, Sneasler, just makes sense. If he brings like Fly on Landorus, then well played. We obviously haven't had much success with the Sneasler here this season. I'm hoping we can get a spark here and make late game sweep. Next up is Gliscor. Toxic Orb, obviously, we are especially defensive with this Pokemon. Max HP, 204 special defense, and 56 speed with a careful nature. So 240 is usually the speed tier I like to hit if I'm trying to outspeed base 100 Pokemon, like in this case a Ninetales. It basically allows us to outspeed a base 100 if they use 12 EVs in speed or less. Stealth Rock's Toxic, U-turn, and Knockoff. Nothing crazy about this. I can obviously switch into Landorus. I can switch into Tornadus decently well as long as he doesn't have Icy Wind. Ninetales isn't much of a problem. Galarian Weezing isn't much of a problem. It's really just like Avalugg, Walking Wake, and Chi-Yu. And I guess potentially Ice Punch Metagross. I feel like Stealth Rocks just makes more sense than Spikes here because he's most likely going to be Heat Rock Ninetales if he brings it, and he'll, it's likely that Chi-Yu doesn't bring Boots for whatever reason. It's usually, it could be Specs, it could be Scarfed, it could be Life Orb, it could be Focus Sash. There's a lot of items that Chi-Yu likes to run outside of Boots because it is such a glass cannon. Toxic will be really nice to wear down pretty much everything that's not called Metagross or Weezing. It's nice for like an Avalugg switch in because Avalugg's probably going to bring an ice type move if it comes. I can actually ensure that Landorus doesn't set up on me with Toxic, and U-turn obviously for the pivoting nature of this Pokemon. So, just especially defensive pivot that can hopefully get up rocks and, survive as long as possible. Next up, we do have Bright Roar, the Golden Go with the Aqua Berry. We are rocking Thunder Wave, Shadow Ball, Recover, and Nasty Plot. The EVs are going to be max HP, 188 into special defense with a calm nature, and 72 speed. I'm aiming to potentially outspeed a Landorus here. I don't, if Landorus runs defensive, we'll be able to outspeed it. Usually I switch out anyway if he has Landorus against me, but if I really need to stay in, I figured it's worth it to put that little extra investment into speed. So the Aqua Berry on Golden Go is pretty much because if I'm in against Chi-Yu, I really don't expect him to click Dark Pulse against this team. I think it just makes sense to click Flamethrower. The only reason would be if Terra Water Mamoswine is still there, maybe he wants to predict that and click Dark Pulse. But outside of that, I think it's more likely that he clicks Ruination for the Hydreigon switch in, or Trick for the Sylveon switch in, or just Nasty Plot predicting any kind of switch, potentially even Will-O-Wisp. Maybe he doubles out predicting me to switch. I just don't see him clicking Dark Pulse in that situation, in which case Aqua Berry is really nice. I could run Focus Blast to try to knock it out in return. I just feel like it's not worth the 70% accuracy, to be honest, and Thunder Wave is just much more helpful for the team. Let's say he doesn't bring Chi-Yu and he still brings Ninetales. I could still use the Aqua Berry to take that Flamethrower or whatever, maybe that Fire Blast, and then try to paralyze that Pokemon. I should be able to outspeed Decidueye and, hit that thing really hard with the Shadow Ball. Galarian Weezing can't really do much to me. I suppose Metagross can Earthquake, but I probably outspeed it. I can also deal with Tornadus pretty well, I think. So yeah, that's Golden Go. Not much to be said about this, just trying to paralyze things. I don't really need anything other than Shadow Ball. He doesn't have a normal type. So next up we have our Dark Sister, the Hydreigon, which actually, type-wise and because it has Levitate, it's pretty good against this team. I do have leftovers, and we are physically defensive with this Hydreigon actually. 240 EVs into HP, 240 into defense with a bold nature, and 20 into speed. The speed is the same reason I have speed on Gliscor, except it's one less, just because I like the even numbers, 240 HP and 240 defense. You know what, Shiver Me Timbers, I'm going to put Nasty Plot on this set. I don't really think I need Draco, to be honest. Dark Pulse, he doesn't have very many resistances. It's basically just going to be Chi-Yu, which can't touch me anyway, and Weezing, which I can just Flash Cannon. I don't think I need Draco, to be honest with you. I'm never staying in against Walking Wake anyway. If it doesn't have a Dragon type move, then I definitely stay in, and I just beat it with Dark Pulse anyway. So I think I'll just throw Nasty Plot on this set, just in case we can do something with that. A similar set to Golden Go, except I'm physically defensive. U-turn is still very helpful in case I know I'm not going to be able to Oko something even if I'm at plus 2. But I can take U-turns from Landorus pretty well because I am physically defensive. I can take hits from Metagross. I can take hits from physical Decidueye, which otherwise is pretty annoying to deal with, to be honest. I'm basically just kind of very fat against this team. There aren't very many. I mean, obviously Weezing is going to be able to do a lot of damage with a fairy type move. If it's physically defensive and I have a plus 2 up, I can't see it taking a Flash Cannon very well. So if we have it chipped, I can just throw that off. So I will be adding Nasty Plot to this set. I don't know why I didn't think of this before, but that's definitely what I'm going to do. Probably because I just didn't take much time to do it. I just think Hydreigon, it's very tough to kill from my opponent because but outside of Walking Wake. Last but not least, we just have a specially defensive Sylveon. Nothing crazy here with leftovers. Figured I needed something else as a backup against Walking Wake and Chi-Yu. and this just fits the bill. I just hyper voice things and I click baton pass, and I'm able to pass wishes around, which is really helpful because, first of all, Mamoswine, it's fat, it's got the assault vest, but it can't heal itself. Hydreigon can't really heal itself. I know Golden Goat can. Gliscor can, kind of, with the poison heal, but it can get chipped. Just a nice little pivot. It did pretty well last week. It really helped facilitate with the baton pass. So that's the team going up against Lmaonade this week in the San Antonion Espurrs. It's going to be a battle, man. It's definitely going to be, you know, hands are going to be thrown because, like I said, we both need this win. So with all that being said, I'm going to cut the video right here, and I'll see you guys in the battle. Alright, y'all, here we are in the battle. Going up against Lmaonade in the San Antonion Espurrs. Let's see what he brings. And he's got Landorus, Metagross, Walking Wake, Wheezing, Avalag, and Spidops. That fucking blows because I don't have removal on this team. Yeah, that's not the best. I really wish I brought Tentacruel. Damn, so no Chiyu, no Ninetales, no Tornadus. Terra Ghost on Wake and Avalag. So they're both Terra Ghost, which I guess makes sense for Sneasler. Yeah, Sneasler has like no avenue to do anything in this game, I think. Sticky Webs isn't terrible. It's just really spikes. I guess T-Spikes because I have Air Balloon on Sneasler. I guess I just lead Bright Roar and try to Nasty Plot. If he does lead Spidops, I'm not too sure. I didn't really prep at all for Spidops though, I'm going to be honest. I just... whatever, man. But I'm not surprised he didn't bring Chiyu. A little bit more surprised he didn't bring Tornadus, but I guess that's fine. Wake and Bake is going to be the Walking Wake. Who do we lead? Golden Go. Well, he has to Terra to hit me super effectively here, so I think he's going to swap. Thunder Wave looks kind of free, but he could also go Landorus. He could also just flip turn. Yeah, Shadow Ball's just decent chip against like anything here. I think I'll just click that, because again, if he does decide to Terrastalize, we can at least get some big damage off. He clicks knock off. Okay, so he's gonna knock my my Akaberry off, which is fine. Sorry if you can hear my damn cat in the background. She's loud and obnoxious. Okay. Yeah, so he looks to be like timid or modest, perhaps. Like no investment. So I kind of just want to recover. Although Thunder Wave would be just as good. The only issue is if he flip turns, he's getting chip off. And if he goes into Landers on the flip turn, that's not ideal. Yeah, I'll just recover, because if he brings in Landers, I don't think it's the end of the world. He's going to flip turn. Okay, so I'm kind of glad I recovered here. Even if he doesn't go Landorus. That Shadow Ball also did not do that much. Yeah, he could very possibly be Assault Vest here. 25 to 30%, maybe not even, I don't know. So yeah, he could definitely be Assault Vest. He does go Landorus, so we're going to get a recover off here. This could also go for Stealth Rocks. So that's something to keep in mind. I think my play is definitely just to go Gliscor though. He does have a spin in Avalag, but of course I have Golden Go. And again, if he's Terra Ghost, I guess he could be Earthquake still. But I don't know. I was hoping he wouldn't bring that Pokemon if I'm being honest. He U-turns, okay. Wake and Bake is going to come back out. I'm going to get my Toxic Orb, and if he's knockoff and flip turn, I think he's Assault Vest, to be honest. Yeah, I should live a Hydro Steam. I mean, if he's Surf, that might knock me out. Which I don't know why you'd be Hydro Steam, you don't have Sun. I just don't think it's really necessary here. Like, I could just go Bright Roar again, right? I don't want to go Sylveon, because then he could knock off my leftovers the next turn. He could like Terra Ghost into a knockoff or something, so I don't want to do that. I'll just go Golden Go. My voice keeps cracking. I don't know why. I guess no one knows why. Scald gets the crit, but not the burn. So he must know it with that damage that I'm quite specially bulky. He's not fully offensive. In fact, he probably only has like 100 or so EVs in a special attack. I don't really want to recover again. If he goes Landorus, I mean, that's still okay for me, right? I think I'll just click recover. He can't really go Spidops and go for spikes. I mean, he could, but like I could just set up on it. I don't know. Maybe he'll do that anyway. Lubbock. What's the Lubbock is the Spidops. God damn it. Okay. I'll just Nasty Plot. I'll Nasty Plot and just kind of put some pressure on him, I guess. Now, if he's Focus Sash here, he'll get 3 hazards up. I like that animation. That's pretty cool. Using my mascot against me, that's not very friendly, my guy. But I'll just click Shadow Ball here. And we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we do. He's probably max HP. He clicks knockoff, which is... That did so much. Wow. He wasn't even knocking off an item. I don't really need to recover, because if he just clicks knock... I mean, I could get like maybe a sliver of health back, but it's not worth him going for spikes or something like that. So, luckily no spikes. Lmaonade T. Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay. I think I do just go Gliscor. The thing is, well, if he U-turns into Walking Wake, I think that time I just go Sylveon in that case. So we'll go Oathkeeper. I'm hoping to see an Earthquake here. He clicks Crunch. Okay. Well, that's also fine, I think. I think he'll just click Stealth Rocks. I mean, if he's U-turn, he's likely not Swords Dance. I'm hoping to see Wake here, but it would make sense to see an Avalugg, to be honest. 148. Pulson. It is the Avalugg. Okay. I'm going to be honest, I don't think he clicks an Ice move here. I think he clicks either Rapid Spin or Earthquake. I think he wants to get rid of the hazards. Because I don't think there's boots on like anything on this team. I'll just Toxic, I think. He's going to double. Does he go Wheezing? No, he goes back into Lander. So he was obviously predicting Golden Go here. And we're going to, if we connect, this is huge. Or he was predicting, did I say Golden Go? I don't know. I do connect the Toxic though, so that's beautiful. If I knock off the item, I'm in a pretty good spot, I think. Like either this or the Avalugg, or even the Wake. I'm gonna swap into what? Professor X is, oh, this is the Metagross. Watch him be weakness policy. He's not boots. He is weakness policy. Criminy Christmas. Okay. I mean, I can't just keep clicking knockoff, so I have to click U-turn. It's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to, I mean, if his weakness policy, he's agility. He just is. The thing is, if he doesn't click agility, it's not as bad, I think. But if he has some speed investment, it's still bad. I do have Hydreigon, who's defensive. Basically need to sack something here. Yeah, it'll have to, I think it'll be Sylveon. I don't think he, well, I don't think he can set up besides agility. Maybe he could click substitute. I don't know. I do have Mamoswine as well that can, he could also have stored power. This might be a throw. I'll click Baton Pass in case he sets up again. I don't know. Let's see. Hard Press. Okay. Hard Press is a move, which is very cool. I think that just does more damage the healthier you are. Earthquake, even if it's physically defensive, should not knock me out. Like, yeah, I don't see the knockoff plus U-turn doing that little unless you're like physically defensive. So I think this is just my play. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I'm obviously a little bit nervous here. Okay, so he's gonna swap, which is fantastic. There she is, Mickey. He does go Wheezing. This is probably gonna be Levitate. I don't think I could predict that though. I think I just had to sort of risk it for the biscuit there. But now that he's not weakness ball, he did get my Sylveon, but yeah, now that we know what that thing is, it's not as annoying, I suppose. Now I do believe this will outspeed my Golden Go. Yeah, it should outspeed me. I think Oathkeeper is safe. He could also click Defog, which would honestly be fine with me, I think. Yeah, let me go Gliscor. I don't think there's much he can do to Gliscor. If he can Flamethrower the Golden Go. So, yeah. He clicks Willow. Okay, perfect. I'm glad I didn't get greedy and stay in there. I think if we knock off its item, that's pretty good. Okay, he's going to swap. He could go back in a Metagross, I guess. But, yeah, he does. Okay. Now this is getting chipped, which is good. He could definitely have Ice Punch. Yeah, Ice Punch shouldn't knock us out though. So I think I'm just going to click Knock Off again. It shouldn't knock us out. I don't know if that knocks him out in return. Okay, he did click it. That did a lot, but we do survive. I don't think he's going to Hard Press. I don't think it will do enough. I'm at like 25%. I do think he clicks Ice Punch again, seeing as how I stayed in there. I didn't play that the best. I probably should have switched into Mamoswine first. But now I think Mammoth Swine's a pretty safe switch in. I don't want to go Bright Roar because he could still have Earthquake as his last move. That would not surprise me. I think we just got to go Mammoth Swine here. He's got to be able to hit the Golden Go, so I think he'll definitely have Earthquake there. We are caught in the Sticky Web, so he's going to outspeed us this next turn. I think he just sacks his Pokemon at this point. It can't switch in, so we could just Icicle Crash to get damage off on the Wheezing. I think that's what we'll do. In case he switches into Wheezing, I don't want to Trailblaze. Icicle Crash has a chance to miss. He's going to Earthquake. So that's going to do a fair chunk. We are going to knock him out here with the Icicle Crash, though. So the Metagross is finally gone. I really wish I didn't let Gliscor take that chip. I think that was a big mistake. I don't know if I can even take a hit from Landorus at this point. I don't think I can. But he doesn't know I don't have Ice Shard. So I can probably still force him out. Wake and Bait comes out. I think I just Earthquake. I'm not as concerned about the Landorus because I still have Hydreigon. We'll still click Earthquake though. Because, yeah, Draco, it shouldn't knock me out, I don't think. Oh, wow, it does. I could take this opportunity to just go Bright Roar and recover. Problem is if I go Sneasler and he clicks Scald and burns me, that is an issue. Now, I'll go Golden Goal. I think it's safer because if he just stays in and clicks Draco, I mean, that damage tells me I can click Recover here. It just lets in Landorus. But if he's going to click Crunch, I guess it's a nice little middle ground. There's a chance he doesn't even have Earthquake. He's got Crunch and U-turn. I don't think I have the luxury of clicking anything but Recover here. I just want to really keep this Pokemon as healthy as possible. He's obviously going to Flip Turn. And probably just bring in Landorus. But I don't want to let Golden Goat get too weak. If he goes Landorus, I might have to just stay in it. Yeah, I might have to stay in and just click Shadow Ball. Because if I bring in Gliscor, I don't know, man. Like, I don't even knock him out with Shadow Ball. So, like, what are we doing here? That health on Gliscor is huge. I have no idea why I stayed in. But if he clicks U-turn, I'm fine. I just don't... I value the Golden Go, and I have Hydreigon to kind of semi-deal with the Landorus. If Gliscor is healthier, we'd be in a great spot. You know, I don't... Sometimes I just don't get myself. He does click Earthquake, okay. Thank God. I don't think a Crunch knocks us out from this range. I could click Knock again. There's nothing here that doesn't have an item on it. Now I'll click Knock. I'll click Knock. He's gonna hard swap, so maybe he is locked in with a Choice Scarf, potentially. Which kind of makes me nervous because a +1 Sneasler might not even outspeed that. I'm gonna knock off for very sad chip. We do get the AV off of him. I really expect him to Flip Turn. I just don't think I need to predict that, so I think I'll go Golden Go. And if he wants to click Flip Turn, that's fine. I'm hoping to see a Scald with no burn. That'll be ideal, I think. But, yeah. Caught in the Sticky Web. We do see Scald. And he does get the burn. Can't say I'm surprised. But it's a 30% chance, and he used it twice, so what are you going to do? I'm thinking I just click Recover again. I don't think I need to do anything differently. He brings in Wheezing or Avalugg. That's really good chip with Shadow Ball. So he's going to Scald again. I don't know. I don't know. This is a similar situation I had last week where he got a burn with a Flamethrower on the Galarian Slowking. I think I'll click Shadow Ball. I think I can take 2 more Scalds. Yeah. So I think he sees that he doesn't really have a use for this Pokemon at this point. So we'll Shadow Ball. We do actually knock him out there. And now I think he goes Landorus. I think he clicks Crunch, Lmaonade T. I really think he would have clicked U-turn if he wasn't Scarfed. I think this Pokemon's Scarfed. I think he clicks Crunch as well. I think that's what he does. I can honestly just go Long Claw. I don't really see Long Claw doing anything here, other than chipping something. And I think if I'm going to chip anything, it's going to be that Avalugg. I don't think he goes Wheezing on this. I just don't. I think Avalugg, it's Terra Ghost. I think I'll just go Gliscor. I do believe he clicks Crunch. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to act on that just yet. He does Crunch. I think I live another one of those, and I think he just stays in here. Knockoff plus the damage should knock him out, I think. I could take this opportunity to go Sneasler, potentially. I really think he's Scarfed, and even if he isn't, there's not much he can do to Sneasler, so I'm going to U-turn and hope the toxic damage doesn't knock him out. because he's obviously going to crunch here. Gliscor's alive. Yeah, he's not going to drop to this, I don't think. The thing is, he will drop to the next one. Yeah, he's going to crunch. This will pop my balloon, obviously, get my unburden boost, which I don't need, but we do get the +2. Gunk Shot's doing shit for damage. He's probably boots. Yeah, Earthquake should probably knock us out here. Polar Sun gonna be that Avalog. Is he boots? He is in fact boots. I think we click Toxic, because they're definitely terrestrializing here. There's no shot you don't terrestrialize. Because if I miss a Gunk Shot, that's really bad. If I miss a Gunk Shot, that's really bad. Fuck it, we Gambit. We Gambit, because he could also just be like Assault Vest, and then if he can take a hit from Hydreigon, that's really bad as well. I'm not invested, so he could easily just be spit F with AV, in which case I actually do need that extra damage with the Gunk Shot, because Gunk Shot will do more if he's AV. We do connect. That looks to be pretty... and we get the poison. Let's go, man. I really wanted to click Toxic there. Or I wanted to click Gunk Shot, but my head was telling me Toxic. I don't think I need a switch. I don't think I should. For all he knows, he could just swap or something. So I'll click Gunk Shot. It's not really important though. I know he's boots. There's no way, unless he clicks Recover. Okay, no. If you wanted to play that game, I could just match him with Swords Dance. But this thing's really low. I could just go Golden Go. We'll go Golden Go and just Shadow Ball. That does more damage to Wheezing, but the issue is that, like, if he goes Wheezing on my Dark Pulse for whatever reason, like, I have to switch into a Strange Steam, which could confuse me as well. Avalo goes down, and now we only have Wheezing to fight. This battle definitely taught me the importance of Tentacruel on my team, let me tell you. I think I just still click Recover. Would he have Willow and Flamethrower? Maybe. No, he clicks Strange Steam, which can confuse me. It doesn't that turn, so that's great. I could Thunder Wave, but I think I just click Shadow Ball. I think I just spam this. 2 should be able to knock him out, as long as he's not... Okay, he clicks Pain Split there, but I'm good as gold. Aha! So I don't think... It's strange, because I'm pretty sure you can use Pain Split if you have an Assault Vest, but you can't click it on Golden Go because of good as gold. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can't use it on Assault Vest, but I remember distinctly that a situation like that occurred. I don't know. Click strange. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce that move. We're going to be able to take out Galarian Weezing here with a 3-0 victory. That's going to be really important for playoffs. We needed not just a win, but a somewhat convincing win. I didn't get to use Hydreigon, which is sad, because I really thought the addition of Nasty Plot would be really cool on that Pokemon. But like I said, my only removal is Tentacruel, so it was a little tough. You know, if he had gotten a few layers of spikes up with that Spidops, even just 1 layer, because I was swapping so much with that Golden Go, that could have gotten really fishy. GG's to Lmaonade and the San Antonion Espurrs. So of course, with playoffs in mind, we are now 4-4 +1 differential. I remember like 2 weeks ago, I just wanted to quit. So we have an opportunity to get into playoffs. I don't know. It's definitely not guaranteed. Right now we are in a playoff position, but there's still plenty of battles to happen this week. Alright guys, Future Spider checking in here. Wanted to let you guys know real quick that I did make playoffs. I am the 7th seed out of 8. Could have been the 6th seed actually. We were actually tied as far as record and differential, but the other coach had a tougher schedule, so they gave him the 6th seed and me the 7th, which means we're taking on the Monster University coached by Starfish. So I've already prepped for that. In fact, I'm having the battle tomorrow. Yeah, just figured, you know, since the playoff race was so close and it was definitely uncertain if I made it in or not, I figured I'd just record this at the end to make sure you guys knew to tune in next week for the battle. So that's going to be it from me. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.